Hello, this is History Shorts with the Artifactual Scholar. Today, I'll be talking about Eleanor of Aquitaine, Queen of France and Queen of England. The long histories of France and England are rich with the names of famous kings and knights, yet there is one woman whose name, skill, and power left an indelible mark on the stories of both realms, and who was one of the dominant figures of the 12th century. Eleanor of Aquitaine was born sometime around 1122 in Anjou, France. Her father, William X, Duke of Aquitaine and Count of Poitiers, was the ruler of one of the largest and wealthiest domains in France. In 1137, William died unexpectedly while on a pilgrimage, and Eleanor, still a young teenager, inherited her father's lands, becoming the wealthiest woman in Europe. In July 1137, the new Duchess of Aquitaine married Louis, the Dauphin, heir to the French throne. 1 month later, the King of France died, Louis ascended to the throne as Louis VII, and Eleanor was Queen of France. The French royals would eventually have 2 daughters. For the next 15 years, Eleanor and Louis would endure a tempestuous marriage. Intelligent and strong-willed, Eleanor wielded a powerful influence over her bookish husband. In 1147, Eleanor shocked her contemporaries, including Pope Eugene III and Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, by accompanying Louis on a crusade to the Holy Land. When the royal couple arrived in Antioch, they were welcomed by her uncle, Raymond of Poitiers. It was there, in Antioch, that the royal couple quarreled and fought. Military failures by Louis only served to make matters worse, and by the time the crusade ended in 1149, the king and queen of France were estranged. Finally, in March of 1152, their marriage was annulled. Eleanor returned to her domain in Aquitaine, and 2 months after the end of her first marriage, she married Henry, Duke of Normandy, Count of Anjou, and grandson of the English King Henry. In 1154, Henry the King died and was succeeded by his grandson, now Henry II, King of England. Eleanor was once again a queen. In Henry, Eleanor found a suitable match, an energetic, intelligent, skilled king, and together they ruled over their joined realms, which included more territory in France than was possessed by the French king, Eleanor's former husband, Louis. Eleanor's second marriage proved to be very fruitful, producing 5 sons, including 2 future kings of England, and 3 daughters, 2 of whom would become queens in their own right. At her court in Poitiers, Eleanor created an atmosphere of artistic creativity, and she encouraged the works of many troubadours who sang poems of courtly love. Soon Poitiers became a center of cultural grandeur. In 1173, Eleanor sided with 3 of her sons in a plot against Henry. The revolt was eventually subdued by Henry, and Eleanor was imprisoned by her husband. She remained a prisoner until 1189 when Henry died, and her son Richard, now king, released her. Over the next decade, Eleanor would remain intimately involved in ruling England, acting as regent while Richard was on crusade, and arranging dynastic marriages for her children and grandchildren. In 1199, Richard died and was succeeded by his younger brother John. Eleanor retired to Aquitaine, where she spent the final years of her life. In 1204, she died and was buried next to her husband Henry. Eleanor of Aquitaine loomed large over the fortunes of France and England in the 12th century. Her wealth, power, and political skill made her queen of 2 kingdoms and a legendary figure in Western history. This has been History Shorts. Thanks for watching.